How's it going? I'm Ryan. Today I'm going to go over the one trade that I took on ES. I took a short pretty early in the morning, caught a nice move down, ended with a quick win. So I'll break down why I took that trade, where my risk was, where my reward was, how I was managing it, as well as why I took it. We'll look at NQ and ES today. It'll be a pretty quick video since it was just one trade in the morning. But let's take a look at the trade that I took, and then we'll now look at NQ as well. So on ES, market opens. In the pre-market, we have a pretty big drop. We're kind of sitting right around pre-market low and Friday high. So this is a pretty important support area. Additionally, we have this gap up that happened in the after hours, and we are looking to close that gap, which we sort of did. We moved a little lower, but take a look at what we were watching. So looking at NQ and ES, NQ is a lot stronger. So this area of support, similar thing, NQ opened up near Friday high, pre-market low, and it held and rallied off those levels. So I was watching the two of them at the same time. I spotted that NQ was much stronger than ES. ES had relative weakness, and it was breaking below these. So at this point, what I'm looking at is how it's responding once it breaks below this level. Responding to these levels, responding to the EMA. We have the EMAs trailing bearish. And what I'm watching is we break below, we hold below and break and close below on the 5 minute. Pre-market. And then the 5 minute we get a retest close weak. The following 5 minute candle comes up and try to enter as close to that pre-market low as I can. I entered short here. I risked my stop loss above these candle wicks. So on the 5 minute, you can see I entered in here, risked this much. So it's just 3 points. My entry was 29.50. My stop loss was 32.50. Excuse me, 32.50 right there. So 3-point stop. My first take profit, I went to a larger time frame, so I pulled up the 15 minute to look at what made sense, and I looked at this little dip right here, this little low, and I put it right at this level, which was 24.75. where this candle body stopped, the low of that candle body. You can see on the 15 minute as well as on the 5 minute right now where that's lining up is right in here, is where I took my profit. Now I took 10 off here. I have 12 contracts is what I entered with per account. I took off an additional one down here, and I set my stop on my final contract to break even. The reason why I took an additional one, normally I'd leave 2 runners on ES, but I took one off and only left one, is because what we had here was a nice little like flag break. Break and retest is usually what happens on these setups. So once we got the breakdown, we started to get these wicks, these volume, pulls up on the 2 minute. I figured that we could get a bounce and retest that level that we broke out of, which we did. So I didn't want to have 2 contracts in case we did come up in a high likely, high probability chance that we're going to get stopped out. I'd rather take a little bit more profit off the off with one contract down here as well. So that was a trade I took, really. My runner, where was my runner supposed to get taken out? My runner, I chose these lows right here. So right at like 22 or 21.50, 22, somewhere in there. Really looking for us to break and close lower. So that was the one trade I took today. The only other trade that I was really looking at is NQ, and I think it probably already did it. No, it has not. Is NQ breaking and holding above this level right here, this like 515, breaking and holding above this, and then continuation up to pre-market high up here. So 15 minute looks pretty good. 5 minute could potentially look all right. If we can get a close, I would look at this breakout. When it breaks out of this level, I think we see ourselves move up to that pre-market high area. But that's really it. Like I said, I was watching NQ, watching ES. ES was relatively weak. It presented a nice setup according to the levels and the EMAs, everything all in alignment. We took it. We took a low to, or a move lower to new lows on the day. Got out based on a 15-minute level that we saw, and pretty much nailed the bottom on that. So pretty solid there. Other than that, I'll be back the rest of this week. Just trading, making recaps. We are up A little over 800, almost 900 on this account, and then the other two fresh PAs were up a little over 1,000. So not bad performance, doing pretty well. Look to keep it going, but so far things are working pretty nice. So happy with that. Just not the biggest wins, man, but they've been adding up. So I guess the consistency is helping. Yeah, stoked. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.